Hey, Jim Gregory, 52 Major Payne. Today I want to talk to you about packing for a GrowRuck event, Ruck Phase. You see in front of me that I have a GrowRuck backpack. This is the Rucker 3.0. It's a sturdy bag. Certainly you don't need to have a GrowRuck branded bag. I chose one because they are of good quality. They have everything you need to be successful during the event. And I think it's the best out there. But I'm more importantly going to talk about what we put inside of this, the required packing list, and let's go to it. Inside we have a 2-liter water bladder. That is right on top. I also have a 1-liter Nalgene bottle. This is where I put my electrolytes. I like to shake them up and have them accessible. That gives you 3 liters. Also an option is a 3-liter water bladder that can go inside by itself. Obviously you'd have the drinking hoses attached to it. I chose the 2 plus 1-liter version. That's on top. Inside also, you don't want to forget, certainly the most important piece is the 30-pound plate. Again, you don't need to have a plate for the ruck, but you need to have 30 pounds of weight specifically inside of your ruck. That could be 6 bricks taped together to create a 30-pound weight, but I like the weight best because it's slick. It's very slim and doesn't take up much room inside of the ruck. Another item that we have inside of the ruck is this, which is special for GTE 35. We're calling it an honor item. This is a brick. It can be anything that's 5 pounds. And I've taped up a brick so it doesn't scuff up the inside of my bag too much. And on it, you can put a name, an organization, a quote, some scripture, anything that means something to you. I've put my brother's name on here. My brother passed from cancer in 2013. I'll be doing this ruck in honor of him, and that is my honor item. Yours will be different, and be prepared to explain why you chose whatever you put on the brick or that item, that 5-pound item, to others during the ruck itself. So those are the main items inside the bag, inside the main compartment. I also have some other required items. Certainly you're going to need work gloves, and you're going to need a windbreaker. I have those inside the main or the front flap. Put them in the zippered compartment. That goes nicely. And then the top flap here, I have a headlamp. Headlamp is required. You want that also to be both red and white light. You're going to need both those throughout the night, so you're going to need one that has both the red and the white light on them. Inside the front flap, I also have a couple of optional items. One is an extra pair of socks in this baggie. I think that's going to be important in case your feet get wet or you just need to change socks every night. The other thing is some licky chewies, we call them, some food. I have some Slim Jims in here, and I have more than I'll need. You don't really need that much food for these ruck events. However, I have a bunch of Slim Jims because I like to share with the guys whenever it gets cold and dark, the spirits are down. It's nice to have some licky chewies to give out to guys. So that's everything inside. Easy to zip this back up quickly. You'll want to be able to get in and out of it quickly. You're going to be inspected for these items, so you want, and it's going to come out of your pack. Everything's going to come out very quickly. You want to be able to get it back in very quickly and not have so much in there that you can't get it closed. So those are the items inside. There's also this main compartment on the outside. It's where I have a few other items. I keep them all in this bag. It's easy to shove this in and out. Just a big gallon-sized bag. Some of the other items, this is real important. A lot of people forget about it. It is the extra batteries for the headlamp. You want to make sure you have those. you want to make sure that you have your $20 cash and your ID. Put those in a baggie so that they don't get separated. It's easy for these things to get lost, and you want to just have those handy for the inspection. I also have an optional item. This is a beanie cap. Gets cold at night, good to have a beanie cap. Some wet wipes, just to wipe down the hands, because I have a little bit more food in here, a Cliff Bar, a couple of granola bars. This is really all I'll need all night long. And I like to have the wet wipes to wipe down the hands, just being sanitary there. Toilet paper, because you just never know. And then I have a couple packets of electrolyte. This is drip drops. I find them to be the best. They work for me, easy on the stomach. They are great electrolyte replacements, and they've always worked well for me. So that's everything. Shove that in there, that's it, and it's closed. A couple other things I want to talk about are the carabiner. The carabiner needs to be UIAA or CE-UIA certified. That means the International Climbing Mountain Federation. What that all means is that it is suitable for climbing. You'll see other carabiners out there that can support up to 1,200 pounds, for example, but may not be suitable for climbing. You want to have that little UIAA or CE/UIAA symbol on them, and I'll show you if you can see that. Might be able to see it on there. But you want to see that UIA on there just to know that it is suitable for climbing. Only those, the cadre will smoke you if you do not have a carabiner suitable for climbing. You also need to have reflective bands on your ruck. This comes with a reflective band. Even though this is black, it is reflective. I also have a couple bands right here. Here's some other examples of reflective bands. This is one from a brand called Jogalite. You can get them from REI, and they're pretty cheap. They go right through the moly nylon straps here on rucks, or you can put them on, secure them to your ruck. However, the main thing is that you want to ensure they don't come off overnight. And the ruck could be dragged at certain times. There's a lot of things that are going to happen to this ruck overnight. So you want to make sure these reflective bands stay on. They're important for visibility. The only other thing I want to talk about here is the hip belt. The hip belt is not going to reduce the load on your shoulders, at least for these rucks, but when you find yourself doing merkins with the ruck on, when you find yourself bear crawling with the ruck on, or doing anything where there is a high propensity for it to climb up onto your head, you'll want to have this waist belt, hip belt. It's going to help you out, because it's no fun. It really sucks when the ruck is on top of your head as you're bear crawling around. I recommend getting a hip belt so that you can add to your comfort through the night, because it'll be that little comfort that can help get you through. Remember, there's a few things that you cannot have overnight, such as a watch, a Garmin, a phone, anything like that. Those are prohibited items. There are a few other optional items that can bring on in the ruck. However, do remember, you want to be able to unpack it and pack it quickly, so you don't fill it up to capacity. You want to be able to get it open and closed quickly. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions for you. I'm going to be under the log with you on this one, not serving as a cadre like I have for many other rucks or GrowRuck events. So hope to see you out there, and Major Payne out.